It has been a while, hasn't it? I would like to say there's some cool reason why not. Some, well justified. Oh, I was feeling sick and all that. Honestly, I've actually been feeling quite fine, which is a problem. I play Minecraft to sort of get away from things. To cope. It is a coping strategy, something to sort of help distract me. I really needed that, quite frankly. On top of that, of course, I'm being a little bit lazy about when I actually sit down and stream. I've done this enough times that it's actually starting to get kind of remote, and I'm kind of, drifting off and focusing on other things. Which unfortunately means a lot of the times when I try to stream, it's too late to stream. Which case I'll either give up or just be like, I'll put like an hour of gameplay in. And then inevitably I play for 2 hours, go, I could have streamed all this. And, yeah. But whatever. At least now I am here, I am back. And it's time to do some interesting stuff. Although, first off, I should probably catch up on what's changed. For one thing, I did actually go around, complete the Ice Highway Builder of Ilmango's Ice Highway Builder, and launched it. I ran into something I didn't realize though. It turns out on Cytosis, there's actually an 8,000 block border around the end itself. I mean that makes a lot of sense. It's if you I actually sat down and did the math, and that means that there's about 100 elytras scattered throughout the entire end. Given the number of players on Satosis, that's enough to give them, easily one each, even for the inactive players. And of the active players, you could probably get, a good 10 each. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Um, but that sort of left me at a lurch for what exactly to do. In one hand, I mean, what could be quite valuable is actually just setting up like a highway almost of roads going back and forth and back and forth. And especially now that I actually know about this boundary right here, what I can do is rather than start in the center, start at the boundary, and then basically go for double the length. Basically sort of doubling the finding of actually, getting an elytra. So that's a possibility. I mean, I certainly, in the process of just driving it to the 8,000 block mark, I did find one elytra, so technically I've actually got one. But it kind of struck me that, well, A, I've got one, yay. But also B, my original Elytra on this 118 map, I got by grabbing an old one that Luna gave to basically to the public to be like, hey, everybody who wants an Elytra, have an Elytra. Would be kind of nice to sort of pay it forward by doing a little bit of end city busting myself. And, and essentially just gathering up a bunch of Elytras for folks on the server. So that's my current plan right now. And, in typical, hey, I haven't been online in a while fashion, I've actually started uh, working on that. So right now, actually, I've got one elytra for myself, fully geared up, so it's unbreaking and mending on it, unbreaking 3 and mending on it. I've got one spare elytra, plus I've got one that I'm going to give away. So my plan is basically, until I get bored of doing it, I'm going to do a bit of in-city busting this stream. Try and find it, gather up as many elytras as I can, stuff them in the little end hut sitting over there. And in the meantime, also, another player actually is interesting in just basically opening up all the portals around the Ender Dragon themselves. Trying to open up as much at the end as possible. Have a noble goal, especially for players who don't have an Elytra yet. But the best way to sort of mass open all these things is to go through and cheese the Ender Dragon. Now, I mean, if you check, the Twitch stream and all that, and go through my history, you can actually see some examples of me going along and doing it, even though the love videos have long since disappeared. I think they're still up on YouTube if you want to check it out over there. But in the meantime, why not use a little bit of that knowledge to actually come along and build some sort of Ender Dragon cheeser kind of thing. So in that case, I'm actually going to build a little thing to actually help you cheese it. Rather than go strictly from the old design, though, I'm actually going to freelance this one a little bit. There's some things I would actually like to do better than what I did last time. Raise things up a little bit. And I think based on Ian Exo4's original design, there was also a way you could get on top of the dragon, and in his things, basically punch it. In my case, I'd actually prefer to have it as a backup, where I can just use a sword to swing at it. Although, I mean, that gets a bit dicey if you run out of arrows and then have to traverse that spot, because more likely than not, you're going to get bopped by the dragon. So, we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, though, I mean, I think I've chewed up enough of your time already, so get back down to biz here. This is also going to be a little bit tricky since I do not have my glasses on me. I lost them a week or so ago. Ironically, I've actually got replacements in my city right now, but they're just not here at the moment. So, all right. I've also stripped down to sort of the bare minimum armor I've got. I do have my Elytron, and you can see even though I've flown about 6,000 blocks, started 8,000, went down this way, I've still got a lot of durability on it. So I can actually probably go and do easily another pass or two. Certainly once I get to the central island, I can go recharge it at the Enderman farm. And, carry on from there. But, really sort of minimal. We've got a totem of undying on here, a shield in case I need it. A couple of spare blocks and all that. But other than that, it's basically relying on my ender chest and some low grade, gear to sort of help get me through the day. And I do have a water bucket, thank goodness. So, all right, that all out of the way. The other thing that I'm trying to do as well is sticking within certain bounds. Unfortunately, I can't really see thing over there. Let me see if I can bring up Mini HUD and correct that. All right, I'm gonna have to go into my mods and bring that one up. Now, I really don't like Mini Hub. The reason why, if I go over here to renderers, or I think it's shapes, no renders, overlay, you can see that there's a ton of extra things that throw on there. Overlay light level, overlay slime chunks, and all that. This trivializes a lot of tasks within the game itself. I think that's definitely pushing it towards the cheating zone and all that. So I really don't want. I really don't, want to sort of invoke it or anything like that. Like I definitely don't want to, employ it. But at the same time, if you're looking for just a really good display of where you are in terms of coordinates, you have to beat. I mean, in my upper left, right over there. Oh, you can't really see it thanks to the overlay for that. I'll have to see if I can correct that in the menu. In the upper left, though, up in that corner right there, it actually shows off the coordinates, which is super handy. Go back to Mini HUD. Eric, B tooltips? No, honey, no, that's a little cheating, I think. Preview, no. Main rendering toggle. You should be at NC, please. Reference, no. Change. Coordinate format, good, good, good. I like that. Font scale. There we go. Gonna boost that up. So now you can see it a little bit better. Okay, and I'm not that blind. What 5? I think that works. Oh yeah, no, that's well within what I can see here. Alright, I will admit that's super annoying though. Tell you what, give me one moment here. Here we go. Crank this down a little bit. Make it a little easier to see what's behind there. Now let's go back. You should be able to see that a little bit better. Yeah, and I mean, all that really matters here is the time. And honestly, it's mostly for my sake anyway. So, anyway, going back into there, you see I've got the X, Y, and Z coordinates up. Y, of course, is just your vertical. So, not really something I care about particularly here. Although, it does come in handy later on. Now, when it comes to end cities themselves, they're basically within the range of basically every 20 chunks or so. Essentially, it does a modulus operator on that and says, okay, is it between 0 and 8? If it is, okay, we could potentially generate an end city. I think I've actually talked about this on stream, but it's been a while. So any chunks labeled 0 to 8 mod 20 are considered possible candidates uh, for being introduced into for having an end city on there, which means anything outside of those you can safely ignore because there's not going to be an end city. I took advantage of this with the Ice Highway by basically driving straight down the line of the dead zone. Why straight down the line of the dead zone? Well, because by default, Minecraft servers allow you to see 10 chunks on each side, which means then that we can actually see the full width of the 20. So if you think about it, going through the middle of the dead zone means that I'll actually see some of the cities sort of setting off on one side, and some of the cities sitting off on the other side. And I'll be seeing the exact same amount I would if I was actually just going straight down the zone itself. But end cities can have an erratic height. They generate y equals 67, whatever the overall thing kind of is. But they can go up to like y equals 150. That's kind of an awkward height to deal with. If you look at stuff which isn't end cities, you've really got the chorus fruit trees and all that. They only go up to about y equals 90 or so. So a better approach is to just drive the ice maker through a spot where there aren't going to be end cities. You can guarantee that, but nothing, whereas there's nothing but chorus fruit. And then you actually, if you get a little bit too low, you'll clip the top of the chorus fruit, but nothing really breaks. And that way you get to be fairly low, and you make it fairly easy to actually see any cities that are next to you. But you don't have to worry about bumping into an end city itself. When it comes to flying around with the Elytra, you actually want a different strategy. You actually want to try and stay within the bounds of where cities are going to spawn, because if you go relatively slow, the odds of you smacking into a city, especially if the server is relatively fast, is kind of low. So basically, you just tootle on down in there. I'm finding a little bit of a zigzag pattern works fine. And you stay within your corridor. Try and stay relatively high too. You don't want to fall into the void, and everything works out. Now, in my case, I've done the math, and one of the corridors that you can find a city in is between 512 and 640. Now, you notice I don't tell you whether or not that's X or Z, and in fact, it works for both. Negative 512 to negative 640. And in fact, it works for both X and Z. So I can actually repeat that and carry it on. Now, it doesn't reflect, so I can't just flip the signs on that and say, that's exactly what I'm going to do on the other side. No, it doesn't work that way. But within this range itself, it's the ideal range to sort of go looking for cities. And yes, I know I've talked in the past about how I don't like using coordinates to sort of figure out where exactly the cities are. I'm definitely breaking that a little bit here. But, I mean, I think it's okay. It's... Yeah, I know. I've changed a little bit in how I play the game. But, I mean, certainly it's a lot easier to keep track of at this point. And certainly within the end, where you don't really have any reference points. Actually, early on, when I was going along and navigating, I'd actually got around, turned myself around and was going 90 degrees to where I was intending to. Not good. And that's even with the coordinates up in the side there. It wasn't until I looked at them a little more carefully and I went, whoa, 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 wrong direction. So yeah, I am cheating a little bit, but I mean, since this is also going for the, the spare elytras I'm picking up are going to people on the server themselves, I think it's totally worth it. I've got one spare for myself, and I can easily give that away to somebody else if they're in dire need, so no worries. And other than that, yeah, let's just go and grab some more elytras and basically pay it forward to what Luna did way back in the day for me, for, the start of my 118th session. Alright. Enough chitter chatter. Now that I can see where exactly I'm going, let's get myself some rockets. And, well, let's go. Alright, so I'm a little bit to the right there, so I should work my way a little left. A little bit that way. A little higher. By much. I'm not really seeing much here. Class and cities are kind of sparse. Probably doesn't help that I have my full vision either, but... Huge deal. Since I'm more or less in the center of it, I mean, if there are any cities, they're going to loom fairly large. Oh, hey, look at this. Hello, sir. I don't have enough height, and unfortunately these are 3-second rockets, so kind of annoying. Alright, this is a pretty low one, though. So as long as I'm careful not to stare lovingly into any enemy's face, I should be fine. They're whooping. Yeah, whooping at me. Alright. Go from the bottom. And then replenish my block stores. Alright, well now that's 2 spare elytras I can give to folks. Pretty sweet. Yeah, and shaders are definitely helping out a little bit here. You can see I've got that little bit of shadow sort of popping up to help me align myself. Pretty cool. I find the best way to approach these is from the bottom. One problem, of course, is they add, a little bit of that obsidian right there to sort of try and keep you from getting in there easily. But if you're careful with which side you go in, you can get away with it. Need one more out? I think I need one more out. Let's go. My texture pack definitely updated. I got another shulker shell. It's funny though, now that we've got that shulker farm, I really don't care about shulker shells anymore. So, there we go. There's a lot of gold in here. Also grab some of that. I'm grabbing some of these other things too, just because I think other people might actually kind of have a use for them. But I'm not really I don't need it myself, I'm just gonna stash it away, throw it in with the loot for, people to grab. Now, it's an easier way to do it than actually just sitting down and spending a whole ton of money on that. Yeah, here's some of my storage for this stuff. Let's bring out no armor, actually. There, too. Alright. You. And you. Alright. Ditch all of these in here. I've got a lot of gold thanks to Mempo and Firebird Cat's farm. Diamond boots can go. Finally. There we go. I'm wearing one elytra, and now I've got 1 spare for myself and 2 backups. Oof. Oh, so grand. Not really, no. You can see I'm still sort of running low on blocks, so grab a few of those. Now, I do have chat on too, because, oh wait, that's right, should get crafting out. My crafting one out for that. Down here. Here. Even though I don't really need to, I am keeping a stash of, shulker shells. Oh. I'll keep back in there. I'll grab the potions that are up there too. You have to be careful. I did, pop right through there. Oh. Careful. Good. Oh, yeah. So I think in the past, hey, shulker, I should go and take care of that. Or, oh, hey, there's a thing over there. I could potentially grab an ender chest from over there. Well, now that we've got the enderman farm and the obsidian farm, I don't care about ender chests. I can practically make them on demand, right? There we go. Likewise, what do I need shulkers for? Our shulker farm recently just stopped working. It was broken, which intended. I always sort of figured something like that would happen. But it broke, though, basically after giving currently within the storage, I should say. it has enough in there to basically build 11,000 shulker boxes. What exactly do we need all those shulker boxes for, you know? Oh, thank you too. Oh shoot, but I took away all these. Meh. Oh, fine. Let's get out my lighting kit. And I think I put you in construction basic. Lighting kit, you go. Honestly, item frame really isn't even sort of worth my time. Just because, thanks to the Hoglin farm, I've got ridiculous amounts of ridiculous amounts of hides. Which I can then use to make ridiculous amounts of item frames. I think that'll probably be the last item frame I pick up. I got some fire resistance, good, good, good. A little bit of food. And blocks are low. But I'm also not that far from spawn, so... do I grab me a dragon head? Honestly, no. It's not. I want to be positive X? I want to be negative X. Yeah, okay. This is going to get a bit awkward then. Okay, so basically, hop down, make a left turn, and go. Gotcha. There we go. Not seeing any NCD over there. Just a little bit. Back up a little bit. Nah, NCDs are big enough. I should have seen it. And I've actually gone over my line. Oh, positive. Getting a little low. I should be above 90. Oh, whoa, no. Well over my line here. Good enough. Interesting. In a ship, though. Do a quick circle. No. Not worth my time. Not too far. Oh, no. X. Okay, I'm into the void now. Alright, so once I hit X to 0, watch my elevation there, I need to get a little higher. So once I hit X0, I'm going to hang a left and head back towards the main island. Okay, that's what I think right now. Probably do that now, quite frankly. My goal here is to take a bit of a break from busting end cities and get over and build that cheesy thing. There we go. Find myself a nice safe landing spot. What I should maybe do? It's gonna clear my view a little bit. If I'm careful with how I land, I'll basically land right near a water pool. So even if I do stare longingly into an Enderman's face, I'm not gonna make a diff. There we go. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna put this on temporarily. Compensate for the fact that I can't see by doing this. Lovely F1. This does mean all my other stuff sort of goes away. Actually, hang on a sec here. There's... bring that back up so you can see it better. And hopefully I remember to tone it back down later. There. And now I'm nice and safe. Now, Firebird Cat has been a beast on the server. Has done a ton of good things, setting things up. Like, I actually had plans to sort of build a Magma Cube farm, to build up towards a, a zombified penguin farm. They beat me to it. Just straight up, they now have all the parts that they need for that. So, unfortunately, it does kind of get rid of the need that I have for building one of those things. So it's actually kind of left me a little bit scrambling to be like, okay, what exactly am I going to do? A lot of basically a lot of the plans I'd been like, okay, we need this, have actually been tended to by Firebird Cat. So it's kind of weird to be complaining that, all the things that I need, have been handled, but the case. Okay, we'll tell you what. Typically, if I was doing ENX04's method, I would basically tunnel straight up through there. Don't like that approach. So I think to properly sort of cheese the dragon, I'm going to head over here. Take advantage of the fact that I've got a ton of endstone right here. Build up here. Oh yes, that's right. I do need some obsidian, so let's head back. Gotta take advantage of this. Grab some of my obsidian. Now, in my redstone box, I should have some trapdoors. That back on. Not really need to see this bit. Perfect, yeah. I'm gonna need one of these too. Well, I only need one, so. Here you go. Okay. Bunch of building blocks. Obsidian. Trapdoor. Good. And I've got myself a decent amount of rockets and a decent amount of food. Pop you out. Get back in your little home. Head back. I have to watch my coordinates, so I've got to bring you back again. It's negative right here. So essentially, if right from this point, actually this point, if I sort of go straight forward, I should be able to actually build the appropriate sort of scaffolding that's right there. I don't want to. I mean, oh, actually, way too close to here. What I want to do is offset it a little bit to one side. I've got a plan for how this thing will work. Thing is, though, of course, I kind of need to, like, do it. Yeah, this is a plan in my head, so hopefully it pans out in the real world. We shall see. Alright. I think this is a good spot to at least start. I'll pop off the pumpkin mask and all that when I get high enough to get to the proper thing. But, short term, gonna take a little bit of endstone here. Yeah, I think I can actually afford to go a little bit further back. Let's try and get a good gauge in between these two. Somewhere right around here. Yeah, okay, that works. Alright, let's tunnel up right here. Perfect. Alright, the basic plan is kind of like what ENX04 had, essentially sort of cantilevering across to get to the proper spot. In my case, I'm going to add a couple of twists to that, though. For one thing, ENX04 on their video showed off how you can actually punch the dragon to death. Now, I've got no intention of doing that myself, but it could be quite handy. Take this off since I don't think it's serving a purpose at this point. And I do need my thing on to actually show. I do need my thing on to sort of show the proper elevation right here. ENX04 did basically a stack and a half to get to the proper elevation. But they started right from the essential starting platform right there, so it wasn't hard to, make sure that they had the proper elevation, since, they had a known vertical starting point. 145. My notes. Yeah, 145. Okay. Yeah, that's high enough. I mean, I could actually be a little bit higher than that if I so desire. But at this point, along this way. Oof, no, 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 no. Well, actually, hang on a sec. I forgot an important thing. At this point, I'm going to have to go back down to make sure everything works. This is the idea. I put this bucket right here. Should go straight. Not. Gonna make myself a bit of a mess. But if I go down and pop out blocks there, there, and there, just the one just up there, it should just go sort of straight down without creating a mess below. So people can actually use that to get up and down. Now, if the dragon ever goes up there, it actually could sort of remove those blocks and cause all sorts of havoc. Hopefully that isn't the case. Oop. Oh, nice, okay. I guess I don't even need to remove these after all. Sweet. You just use that to go up and punish yourself. And right, I gotta be careful since I don't have my mask on. But I'm gonna need at least one more water bucket. Actually, two, in fact. I should be able to build out, take advantage of the fact that Endstone has some durability to it. And use that to sort of set down my inner chest, pull out some water buckets and all that. In the meantime, though, I do want to fill this. I know for a fact there's a water source somewhere around here. Thing is, though, with me tilting down and, my glass not being visible. I remember where exactly it was. Infinite water source underneath one of these things. That's far, but okay. Could just pick up this one. The thing is, though, you kind of use those to help keep Enderman at bay. You just lay down a water... Oh, here we go. Perfect. You lay down a water bucket, and you stand in the water pool, and Enderman ain't gonna bug you. So, alright. So with that, let's head back up. Lines on me? I do, but unfortunately they're tucked away. Oh, why not? While we're here, I might as well look for water buckets. Oh, good. Secondary water bucket. Now I can make my infinite water source. Alright, but I think also within basic construction, grab some signs. On signs, I'm not really worried about losing. So might as well just do this. I don't want to interrupt that water flow since it just goes straight down like that. So I'll put the sign on this side. Carrot. 2. Ender. Dragon. Keys. What should I call it? Structure. Keys. Teaser. I think people get that. Okay. Let's head up. Grab myself a snack while I go. Pop my head out to get a little bit of air. Perfect. Okay. Alright, Alright, now remember, I don't have my mask on, so... There we go. Now I want to double check F3 what block I'm standing on here. Block 0146, negative 13. Good, so I gotta go 13 this way. I did want to go off to one side, so 2 more blocks. Now I can go this way. And go negative 12? Negative 13, actually. So go 6 blocks, and then start staircasing up. 3. Staircase up time. Just about to comment, oh, this is a little bit less agonizing now that I have an Elytra on me. And sure enough, what just happened? I got me an Elytra. Or, you know, my Elytra saved my butt. Especially given the low-grade armor I'm wearing right now. I've got no feather falling on, so... That fall easily would have been fatal from that height. Yeah, Elytra's still doing good for durability. Okay. Head along here. Build out a little bit, and actually build the infinite water source, too. So I'm gonna... really like adding a little bit of extra stuff around the corners here, just so you don't have to, you know, be as, not really aggressive, but you don't have to be extra cautious when it comes to the corners. Oh. Huh? So I gotta come out more. A little rough, but I now have my infinite water source. Oh, okay. I now have the ability to make myself an infinite water source. Hey, technician, how's it going? Got that, but I kind of want a little bit of a platform where I can, you know, lay out some tools and maybe get into like an ender chest, for instance. So this out a little bit. And build this out just a bit. There, and now we've got just this little 3x2 area where I could lay out in their chest, you know, put things in or out of my inventory, whatever I feel like. Might as well take advantage of that. Water bucket's going to go back in there. But also, construction, yes. Construction basic is the one where I put all my signs. But I'll be using them in a little bit. Okay, tell you what. Let's be a bit paranoid. Half back in there, half out. Perfect. Okay. Let's shuffle step up. Bring out F3 just to make sure. Yep, I'm 2 away. 2 away. Okay. I think. Yeah, I've got enough endstone. Let's head back down. Get out a... Put that in so I don't have to cut that corner. There. Yeah, good. Let's pull you out. Why exactly am I living with these jagged stair-steppy things? Well, I can build some endstone bricks. Need 4. Found out. And some endstone brick stairs. Bricks, you just... Okay. I think that'll work. Let's leave you there for now. Much smoother to get up here. Lots some more endstone, please. Let's pull you. Right. Go over one more. There we go. Oh, endstone. Obsidian. Stone. Water. And now the trap is set. If the Ender Dragon spawns, it's going to come up and hang around down over there. Pop that off. So it stays up there and it circles around. Since all of this is made from endstone, it shouldn't dissipate. Even if it does, there's sort of a core of endstone, just raw endstone underneath it, and that for sure will not. Endstone bricks I hope won't be broken. Anyway. Yeah, that goes down straight onto the chalice itself. And at this point, the dragon is basically cheesed. The goal here is basically you sort of come back down over here. And from, I guess, even this viewpoint should be good enough. You know, or over here, whatever you feel like. You just snipe away at the end dragon with your bow and arrow. And you take care of it. Pretty sweet, right? We can technically do a little bit better than that, though. Oh. Oh, hey, let's get rid of this. I'm actually going to lay down this thing. I'm going to make it permanent. After all, I've got a couple of spare ender chests right here. So pull these out. I'll donate this one to the cause. People can now come along and do that. But here is where the additional thing comes along. The ENX04 actually shows off how to go a little bit further with this. If you go basically 2 blocks up from here and set a trapdoor, you'll be just high enough that the end dragon can't reach you. There, well. So, one more stair. Going this way? Yes, this way. And then plank out horizontally and place just a trapdoor on top of there. Now, if you stand on top of the trapdoor, dragon can't hit you, but you can hit the dragon. This is an incredibly slow way to defeat the dragon. Its main advantage, though, is that you don't need a bow and arrow for it. So, you know, you can just fire away at it, and everything will sort of just work out. Get this back down. I've got some endstone bricks. I need more endstone bricks. Yeah, I know. This is probably better off with a what am I thinking of here? Basins thing? You know what I'm talking about here. The table with the saw blade on it. Unless I do not have that handy. At least I don't think I do. If I do, I'm too lazy to figure it out. There we go. And one block away. And this is where the trapdoor goes. Now, one big disadvantage of this, there's no easy way to get up here without the... You know, if the dragon's there locked and you run out of bows, you're kind of screwed. What I really should have done is actually extended it further out this way. You know, basically pull that in, pull that across. I probably should. I've got no shortage of blocks. You know, why not? But in the meantime, I mean, since we know the end destination here, there we go. Now stand on there, swipe away. And you should be able to take out that end dragon. Ender dragon. Again, not exactly the easiest, not exactly the most efficient, but if you've run out of arrows, what else are you going to do? You know? Okay, so, with that in mind, if I can grab some of these. Well, here's to try and rescue as many as I can so I don't have to make more. Well, I think I should have some spares, so I'm fine. Oh, I got it in my inventory anyway. Good. Then we'll come along afterwards and tidy up this. In the meantime, though, I want to be far away enough that ain't nothing gonna touch us. I probably should go out another 6 blocks this way, and then staircase up. Honestly, the more the merrier. Far away enough, though. I'm trying to think of the dragon's radius. No, you know what? 9. There we go. Ooh, but I should leave some of those bricks there just so you can actually go and pick up the water on top. Although, I mean, your reach is good enough. You should be able to get it even while standing on top of that trapdoor. Tell you what, I'll find out shortly. Operation Recreate Stairs. Right there, yeah? Still got a little bit more to go. Ooh, actually no, I do need to keep that around for one simple reason. You need to be able to get over there and reach that block. Without that, the Ender Dragon will not freeze. Hang on a second. Yeah, that should be enough. So yeah, I do have to keep that little stairwell coming down there, but I can always just basically suppose you want to actually reverse this cheese, right? The only way to do that is to get rid of the obsidian block sitting right there. Otherwise, the dragon will always go up top there and start spitting flames, and that's a terrible way to deal with the Ender Dragon itself. So you have to have some way to come down and get rid of that obsidian block. That. Almost. Need to go 2 more. That worked, but too high, I think. Actually, I'm pointing in the wrong direction, sorry. Let's do... Actually, you know what? Let's do this instead. Have a nice little turnabout. And since I've got some ways to go, let's pop you there. And now at this point, you'll be able to come along, fill in the rest. And this would just magically sync up. And it does. Sweet. Okay. Now this one's a bit of a problem, since you've got to be a stairwell. But yeah, this has to go. But now, here's my bucket. And there we go. Now you can come onto this platform and either mine that out, or use the side of the platform to build out and put it back in place. Sweet. Alright, with that though, I gotta get me out of here, so... Pull this back. A little bit. Probably best to pop a pumpkin helmet on and head down to the bottom there, pick up the excess. Let's throw a little bit of the stuff around the corner here. You can be a little bit lazy. There we go. I think I've got enough blocks. I could even build like a bit of an emergency stair. There we go, something like that. Even why not? And then maybe come along later and fix this. Okay. And cheat and use F3. Targeted block 01520. Okay. Time to set down some instructions. Usage 1. Five two 0 1 5 2 0. Place water atop. Okay, obsidian at that place. On top. Dragon with an arrow. Let's go attack. Melee. Trapdoor. Crit. Yeah, I think that works. Now we've got that little thing sitting down there. Obviously, the only way to know for sure that it works is to actually respawn the Ender Dragon and pop it in there. Kind of not in the mood to do that right now. You know, I'll wait for Firebird Cat on that one. I think, you know, this... We should do a proper collab on that, so... Rather than sort of preempt... Oh, no, I don't need you. Rather than preempt that, I'm just going to wait. Because, you know, it's probably not going to be long. Firebird Cat's even online, quite frankly. Yeah, if they pop out of hibernation. Yeah, it's me and Firebird Cat, actually, so. So if they, again, pop out of, you know, their AFK spell or whatever. Oh, I got my water bucket, what do I care? Yeah, okay, in fact, you know, let's head back up there and put the water back. There we go. Just makes it feel a little bit safer. That should work. Alright, I'll go back, refill my water, then drop down and pick up anything I'm missing. Perfect. And if I'm lazy with my button presses, I'm not going to fall off the edge. Exactly what I was looking for. Alright, stash you. Netherrack. My obsidian, I should probably put that back. Don't want to lose you. Even though it's not really that precious at this point. Pop on pumpkin. F1. Go down. I was pushing it maybe a bit much, but you know. If there's any cleanup to do down here. Oof. Did not anticipate that. Okay, I should have blocks in item 4. Use that to check this water stream right here. There we go. There. That's got that. Okay. Yeah, if there was anything that fell down, it probably fell down I'm gonna have to do a bit of protection around here. Okay, so it was 4 plus 4. Yeah, something like that works. Yeah, I've made a bit of a mess here. And of course, you still have a bunch that I've got to clean up. I think you're good. So I'm actually going to ditch the eggs over in here. There we go. Alright, let's head up top here. Stuff in my... Oh, no, I don't even have enough inventory for that. Dang, dang, dang. Alright. That's fine. I'll head back here, grab some more end stone, and that should be that. Good. It's kind of fun working without a cursor. I'm not quite used to that. And again, all of this is all thanks to Firebird Cat, which is... I'm very grateful to them for giving me a ton of end stone here, and I hope that this makes it a lot easier to sort of use and deal with the end dragon. Alright. Boop. Boop. And boop. Boop. And boop. There you go. Even with this open now, it's not coming in and flooding anything. That's one problem with it, is it does make a bit of a mess of the central portal. But, yeah, whatever. Alright. That's got that. So, I guess with that... Do I work on a bone meal farm, or do I go back and cheese? You know what? I've been doing the End City thing for a while. I think you want a little bit of a break when it comes to that. So, let's put these back in here. We'll put that over there. Stone. There we go. There's probably some room to tidy it up as well, too. But, you know, that'll work. That'll work. Netherrack over here. No, it doesn't really matter. I'm just heading straight to the overworld anyway. Alright, let's get started on that farm then. In which case, yeah, I've got that done. And in a matter of 3 seconds, I finished the Ender Dragon cheese. Oh. Let's go home. Oh, where was the last bed I slept in? I'm actually kind of hoping it's Spawn Town. Or Spawn, I should say. Yes, it is. Sweet. Okay. Alright, well, first off, take this thing off, because my goodness. But yes, I was hoping actually it would be in here. Is it nighttime? Yeah, it is. Okay. So that also gives me a chance to drop off the 2 spare elytra I got. Actually, hang on a sec. Rather than dropping off 2 spare elytra there, how about I put 1 over here? I'll tell you what. Pull you out. Oh, it was over here, actually. Armor. I'm going to put 1 over here and 1 at Spawn Town. And since this one is empty out, I'm actually going to pop it in here. I think that will work out well, especially with all the rockets right there. Pop that out. You back, and the other one will go over in Spawn Town. I kind of like spreading things across. Spawn Town isn't really at spawn anymore, so it's kind of awkward for some people to get to. And I really like what Grobler's done with the place too. So keep their construction sort of alive and chugging along through there. But all right, now for this, pop you down. Get some white wool. All right, and I think I stole a little bit of moss from over here. Farming. Moss block, perfect. See if I can turn that into a moss carpet. Moss carpet. I just need 3. And I'll just use conventional. There we go. That should be all I need for that. Need both these netherracks? Nope. Oh yeah, I forgot to recharge my tools. Oh well. Easy peasy to fix. Oh yeah, I should. Oh, you know what? Let's save them out for now, just in case. Okay. Head over here and I'll show off the portal design I did. It's ridiculously basic. Again, I don't really consider myself much of a builder for making things attractive and all that, but I did put like a little bit of a little spot down here. Now the problem, of course, is there's nothing preventing mobs from coming in and sort of setting up shop within here. So what I'm gonna do, probably build some sort of stair thingy to put. I don't really have a proper block for it though. I'll have to see if I've got some blackstone in my inventory. Anyway, here is a handy little trick. Mobs do not know how to cope with double carpets. That was not what I was intending. Yeah. You gotta be a little higher. There we go. Now that blends in nicely, and we got that nice greenery down there. And it looks like it really sort of occupies, because you've got the greenery sort of all around the side right here, right? So having that little bit of greenery there really pays off. You don't even realize, actually, that it's a carpet. So, super handy for that. Alright, can I go back to the end and restock things? Yeah. Yeah. I don't really need it. So maybe let's fix up that a little bit. If I've got some blackstone, I can maybe turn it into blackstone stairs. Also, I should, put some like that. Okay. So, take out crafting, take out farming. And now you get moss. I should probably throw the moss carpet in there. Although technically it is kind of fancy. So where's my construction fancy? Now, you know what? Let's put the moss carpet in there. Can I put all the moss in there? I'm tempting, honestly. That's not really sort of like a farming thing. It's more for just, cool, amazing builds kind of thing. A little bit of ice in there. That's from hollowing out the area over by my summer home. So this though, I'm gonna stick over here. I want that wool in there. Construction fancy, sure. Why not? Let's set that over there. And I got my soul dragon head. Wait a minute. Cobble deep slate. Dark enough though. I really want blackstone. Okay, so let's replace all these. Construction fancy. Crafting that. And let's check in my stone chest. See what I got here. Netherrack. Back there. Nether, end stone. No, disappointing. I know I've got some over at Spawn Town, so I should probably head over there and grab that. Especially now that I've got, okay, well, I've got all this stuff set right here. Just want to make sure I've got my full inventory. But now that the nether portals are active and all that, I can actually just sort of hop back and forth between them relatively easy. Now, unfortunately, to prevent the shulker farm from interfering, I kind of have to do something a little bit funny with the nether side of things. Yeah, take a look at that. Not the best. And, you know, you want to get out and explore the nether. No. Doesn't interfere. There's a shulker kicking around here from back when I set up the shulker farm and shulkers went everywhere. There's one just kicking around somewhere down on this side. Somewhere out of sight over there. I just haven't sort of worked up the interest or effort to go after it. But as long as nobody comes near it, it's not going to do anything. And alas, one disappointing thing, the shulker farm is no longer producing. I think the shulker that was inside the central part of the shulker farm died, so it's not spawning more copies in. Now, there's ways to actually replace that. There's actually even a loading mechanism that ENX04 laid out and all that. I never bothered to do it, mainly because if I go in here and look, let's see, that was 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, actually, that was 14 with a bunch more stacks. Oh, interesting. I'll take a screenshot of that just to make sure. Okay, so that's over 11,000 then. Probably more like 12,000 shulker shells we can actually get from all that. Pretty good. Alright. Well, let's head back to Spawn Town. Home sweet home. I think we're done. You know what? Good enough. It takes a while to go through all that beef, so. And I've got more sitting in my shulker chest, so what do I care? Pop back up here. Now, incidentally, this is the gold farm that Mempo and Firebird Cat set up over here. I haven't actually visited myself, so that is a nice addition to here. I mean, all the gold you could ever possibly want. In fact, I'll show off some of what Firebird Cat has dropped off at Spawn Town quite graciously. Gotta thank them again for that. They've been a real MVP of the server. Let's head out this way. This way I can restock what's inside the end thing here. And it's only one Elytra, but, you know, I'll put one over at spawn. And tons of shulkers. Nothing for Elytras. Okay, so either somebody came along and grabbed the Elytra that was there, or I misremembered and there actually wasn't a spare. And here we go. Shulker boxes. Elytra. Person, please only take if you don't have one. That's just a terrible sign. Who cares? I definitely don't care. Take as many as you want. We've got tons. I mean, seriously, I don't even go through a full stack of shulker shells, you know. At least in my normal playthrough anyway. So why on earth, you know, would I care about you know, people rationing their care? Look at this. Look at this. Seriously. What do I care? Okay, so you guys are in there. That's, oh yeah, this is a Firebird Cat and, oh, who else set this up? Yeah, one other player, I helped them set it up. I've forgotten their username and all that, but pretty cool. Dragon Age, the dragon egg from when we fought the dragon. Oh, yes, actually, and that's one other thing I was thinking of doing. Somebody coming for me? Sweet. Let's toss in some... I think some people are actually going around and making making something with gunpowder, which is awesome, I really want people to sort of take full advantage of this farm. So I guess, let's make a little bit of each. That. I've got some spare paper. Alright, let's make some rockets. I want all the paper, please. Alright, now let's make some one-time flight durations. And now let's make some 3 flight durations. Since I'm not sure what people prefer. I almost always use 3, since it's technically more efficient. But again, I think I've actually mentioned this on stream, I believe. The folks on like Hermitcraft and all that prefer 1 second durations, just simply because they're usually doing short hops around. It takes up a little bit more inventory space, but flight duration 1, flight duration 1, 3, flight duration 3, flight duration 1. You have all those. 55 is good enough for now, and I've even got some spares. What do I care? As is my spare rocket, cache. Okay, ditch some of those papers down, and basically just try and fill this row with elytra and rockets for people to take. So. Not quite productive, but... Yep. Alright, since it's just the 2 of us, I should be able to sleep the night away. And I can kick off shaders and start getting to work on that bone meal farm. Alright, shaders off. I gotta admit, Mini HUD is kind of bothering me, so... Change the font size down. Ooh, just leave it at 1, actually. I think even with... Maybe a bit large, but... I mean, compared to the size of the screen and all that, I don't really care. Yeah, let's see, this poor thing is gone. We desperately need to get this farm back up and operational, and that means bone meal. So, let's bring back Attica here. And where is Automoss Farm from Rayworks? Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, do I have 6? Perfect. For some reason thinking I was in creative mode. Or har. Alright, now which direction do I want this to go in? Moss itself, it comes down over here. Oh no, this is the cobble generator. It comes up and it comes back this way. Now this is one thing I've been agonizing over for the design for a while now. Simply because it's like, okay, well, how exactly am I going to, move these placements around? Get at 90, see how that looks. You're even facing the wrong way. Okay. So let's rotate you 180 then. See, this is the thing. Let me pull you over here. This is the sort of bone meal portion up here. Let me actually get a little height so you can see it a bit better. Move you over here. Alright, this portion right here is where the actual bone meal is constructed and all that. Obviously, that's the side I want to go into here. Problem is, if you're expanding this farm, you expand it out in this direction. It's really awkward, you know, for what I'm trying to do. So I think actually what I'm best doing is flipping this thing around and getting it so that, given the choice of which way I want to get the farm to extend out, I want it to extend that way, right? So I extend it out. You know, you do the whole water stream and all that. Then you circle it back and connect it in here. And that solves a couple of problems. You know, this arm actually is sort of on the opposite side right over there, if I bring it a little bit closer. You see, this is sort of the vertical water pile right here. And then it sort of dekes out to the side and to there. This obviously creates a bit of interference and makes it tough to bump up against the side here. So you need to sort of cycle back to the other side. So, what I'd much rather do is actually keep this. You know, flip this around so it extends there. And then just build a water channel to come back this way. Essentially down this opposite side here. You know, water comes this way. Turns around, comes back this way. And then replenishes the bone meal, replenishes the bone meal in this farm here. So, I think that's the way it goes. So, let's change this. If I remember my symmetries right, I should mirror it. That one looks nice. Be enough room? I hope I can get over the top of that. Base of it. That? Yeah, it was. Okay. Well, this is definitely the most convenient spot. Although, I mean, convenient is kind of a questionable thing within Minecraft. It's got to come into there. So let's get a little bit of height, please. Got to get inside there. So we're going to need basically a... Okay, what happens is underneath the water stream itself, got to put over here and show off what it looks like exactly. Yeah, so underneath there, you've got a hopper, sort of right underneath the water stream, a compactor, and then hoppers to transport it along. So basically I need 3 blocks below in order to actually delve it into here. Now, admittedly, I don't necessarily need to actually go straight into there. I could pull it into, you know, partial part of it, you know, to make sure everything works. Well, hang on a second. Where's me ender chest? Where's me ender chest? Did I set down and forget about it? Ugh, embarrassing. Alright, let's go and grab one of my backups. I have to review the tape on that one. Well, I mean, I don't really care about, you know, scattering some ender chests around here. I'm lucky enough, thanks to, you know, the Enderman farm and all that, I don't really care. Ender chest. Oh yes, and this is an excuse to show off what Harbor Cat has brought. Look at all that gold. That's almost all thanks to them. You know, there's... Oh yeah, that's right. Thinking of actually repairing the portal over there, and some blackstone would be great for that. Let's grab Stonecutter. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, so I want... That's probably the most basic stairs. I just need 2 of you. There. And that should look good on the top of that portal there. Probably put some of this inside my ender chest too. Oh, I bet you actually that's where I put the ender chest. Back over here. I left it there. You know what? Good spot for it. Leave it. Don't care. Alright, I've got the stairs. Let's put you in construction fancy, I guess. These ones I think I'll leave around the house here. I suppose I should probably put some of the purple blocks in construction fancy too. Purple block. There. Where's my blackstone? In there. Oh, hang on a sec. I don't have a full stone container now, do I? Yeah, 7 more. So I can pop it in here, actually. Pop a little bit in here. Okay, I think that's good. I mean, that definitely needs more work. I should definitely organize it better. But, you know, for now it'll do. Fancy stone, perfect. Okay, so I got my stairs. These back over here. For one side. This has got a little bit more room over here, so let's put that here. Yeah, I'm unfortunately running out of iron. And I mean, look at all these rails that are useless now. Although, admittedly, I do actually have to use them again in order to restock the shulker farm, so they'll become useful. So in fact, you know what? Even grab 2 stacks there. Pull them back over. Got some decorations there. Spare anvil. Okay. Before resuming work on that thing, let's head back over to Spawn Town. Probably quicker to go this way. As long as no villagers follow me along. Yeah, we'll get it working on that ice farm, but I think in the short term we need wood a lot more. Certainly, I mean, how was I able to actually get the materials for the ice farm? I went through the wood farm, so kind of obligated, you know, I think, to restock that and bring it back to its former glory, or its full potential. Perfect. All right. Coughing. That's definitely better. I don't think it's best. I'll have to double check all the possible stairs. But it's certainly an improvement overall, I'd say. And yeah, I could throw like some lanterns on top, but I think it works. Alright. Let's also ditch these off over here. Dash these in. Yeah, there is. Perfect. Congrats, you get a bunch of rails. Definitely going to confuse somebody later on. Like, hey, rails in there. Okay. Alright, let's head back. You're not the proper one. You're the proper one. forget why exactly it's like that. Certainly I like the difference anyway. It means that you can actually just tell by looking at the floor, hey, you know, what exactly am I getting at in terms of that? You know, hey, what exactly am I, you know, facing in there? I think in my case it was just literally I ran out of ladders. I needed some way to complete the staircase. So I was like, okay. Slap down that slab, and that's high enough to actually get you to jump onto that ladder proper. Okay, pressure plate. This way. Yeah, I got it wrong. Cool. Good enough for me. I just recently caught a nap, so I'm great about that. Alright, with that out of the way, I think it's time for a quick snack. Alright, now. Back placements. What exactly is on the material list? Smooth stone. I'm going to need a ton of that. Glass, I'm going to need a ton. Stone, I'm going to need a ton. Stone dust, ton. Pistons are probably going to be the most... Oh, no, hoppers are going to be the most annoying. And the hoppers, though, I don't need. I think there's about 5 or 6 on the end that I don't really care about. So I'm probably best leaving those out for now. No, I think so. Ton of stone. I've got some in my stone box, but that's not a lot, quite frankly. Yeah. I mean, it's... No, actually, no, it's... Firebird Cat does have a block of, you know, an iron farm, so I should maybe ask for... Skeleton what? That. Skeleton rattles. No idea where the skeleton is. Did I mislight something? Relaxing outside? I don't get it. Most likely, I think there's some sort of cave underneath here. Skeleton rattles, dead ahead. Right. Yeah, that way. Okay. Dead ahead. Dead ahead. Yep. It's somewhere behind this wall. So there's a cave of some sorts that cannot reach. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I should probably sleep away the night anyway. Alright. Get to work on this thing. Although first, let me grab my scaffolding, because I want to make sure I got the proper height here. A brief moment before they come over here and swarm me, so... Take full advantage. Alright. Okay, so let's plant down these things. Use this to get an assessment for just what height. Okay. That composter. Ooh, yeah, no, one more higher. Be all I need then. Whoop. And then once that's there, I can come along and... Okay, you know what? There's another way to do this too. Since this thing is transparent, pull you back over here. Or this way. You are... Oh, there's... Pull you over there just a little bit. And there we go, that's... Oh, actually, no, so it is a little bit too high. Pull you down. Yeah, there we go. Now that's at the proper height. Okay, proper height set. Now I'm just going to find a convenient orientation. Actually, one nice thing about... Oops. Setting it like this is if I only ever build one segment, it's basically right at the proper height for what I'm needing. If I move it along like this... Move it one back. There. Now the first one sort of comes along in and potentially sort of hits right here. I mean, I can always extend this a bit further if I have to. But, well, and also, I mean, it's supposed to go around the end and loop back, so what do I care? Yeah, I think I'm putting too much effort, too much thought into this. It's handy in this case where I could just sort of draw, a hopper line across and complete everything right here. You can also see where I'm talking about, oh, there's so many spare hoppers. Let's pull these across. One more, I think. There, and then I need at least 3 across in order to actually build this, but that should be plenty right there. Okay. And if I need to, throw a couple of extra hoppers in to get through the distance, oh. Over there. I gotta reset this all over again. Ugh. Right height. There. Back. I kind of want a little bit of breathing room just in case I have to come in here and do some construction. That's enough. Go one across just in case there's some sort of redstone interference between these two. Okay. Take that off. Back up to 42. Perfect. What's inside the chest? Oh. We4. Pretty good, I would think. Yeah, that's a safe placement. Okay. Let's lock this thing in place and start building the sucker. Locked. Thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna need tons of glass, tons of stone. Glass. A bit. Not stunning. I should be able to make do. Lights. I should probably grab back and Go over there and grab some of the excess stone that I've got. That's not enough stone either, which is annoying. Again, livable. Go over there and grab the iron I'm going to need for construction. Put down a crafting table too, so I'm not constantly running back and forth. A little calico. In the last 20 minutes or so of the stream, starting on this at least. I don't think there's any way I'm going to finish it in time. But and since it's convenient, I'll probably dash the iron over in one of these side chests here. Oh, there was not. Okay. Excuse me, Calico Kitty. Alright, well, one thing I definitely want to do, change all of these smooth stones to, like, actual stone. Ugh, no, not what I was looking for. Ew, no. You there. Okay, let's go back and just do the configuration thing then. Sworn. I mean, it is a newer version of Lightmatica, so it may have actually changed things. Oh, hotkeys, here we go. Like verifier. Oh, actually, that'd be nice to have. That works. Let's subtract. Yeah, I need that for my... Not going to use that. Oh, materialist. Yeah. Now then, it's two current action? I'm trying to think of which exactly mode it is. I'm at for it. Okay. All right. Good operation? No. Edge selection negative, move entire. Lock first. Edit. Place all. Lock, I think? There we go. Perfect. A verifier. Nice. Go back over here. Oh, let's refresh that, please. Stone, I've only got 190, so obviously I need more there. I've got enough glass at least to do that. Redstone, piston, 0. Moss blocks, don't really care about. In fact, if anything, I should actually change them into stone. So fine. Uppers, meh. Cobblestone walls, I'll work on that. Oak trapdoors, I've got enough. Obsidian, I've got enough. Yes, maybe need some more work, but some of them I don't actually need, so who cares? Okay, you know what? I think this works. Actually, yeah, and while I'm here, probably put some better armor on. Lay out a bit. There we go. Okay. Well, let me grab out my good armor and good tools. Because I'm not really in the nether anymore. Goodness. Alright. So let's pull out perfectly sharp. Top pick. Second pick. I'm gonna want hacks too. Thank you. I don't really need my electric clippers or my blower. Maybe. Well, actually, that's it for the good stuff. Yep. Lay down a construction block. Alright. Let's peel off my armor here. I want... Hey, you know what? Let's get rid of flying car. I don't need it at the moment. Put you in with the good stuff. No. Back in. Back in. I want you back in. Should probably put mending on these at some point, too. Is perfect. Miami Diamond Crocs, of course. Burp, 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 burp. Perfect. Tools. Armor. Perfect. Rest should be fine. Keep you on the hot bar in case I need you. You back down there? Sure. Actually switch you out since I've got some dirt to dig over here. As I said, it's schematic. Dangerous thing to have on the hotbar. Okay, well, since I now know what is supposed to go there. Oop. Okay, problem fixed. Fine. Stone. Stone. And you know what? We'll just get building. Stone there. Soul sand. Bunch of ice. Okay. Collection. Grab some packed ice. Construction basic. Missile sand, thank you. No, actually, you're fancy then. Farm. Farming, thank you. Why am I pulling out farming? It has grass blocks. There you go. Alright, so pull up my soul sand. Perfect. Pull out. Perfect, perfect. Should be all the soul sand I need, actually. Perfect. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I did, of course. Beep. Oh, you are solid. You're solid too. Good. Slab. That smooth slab came from. What do I have for slabs? In fact, actually, um, checking my stone thing, see if I got any slabs kicking around. Nether brick slab. Oh, why not? No, but this is nether brick. I don't want to use one of them up. Okay, let's make some slabs. Sufficient. Alright, let's come on in and fill this in. There we go. There we go. Up atop here. Bunch more stone up here too. That I could throw in there. Oh, some dirt. Will be perfect. Use you to allow me to throw a bunch of stone in there. Or not to touch the soul sand, because that would be deadly. Okay. Glass, okay, good. You go right there. Let's lay some dirt down here so I can come back a little bit. get laid in. This gets laid in. Now this one actually is ice. There's an obsidian right there, huh? Damn, I got rid of my obsidian. Alright, and where is my slabs? Put you out of there, please. A good point here, though. Water stream that has to come in. Shall I grab my obsidian? So. Go back to there. Popping up top here. Start laying this out. Oh, no, you're already in place. Good. Oop. Yep. A fair number of hearts. Good. And that should come along down through there. Perfect. And you'll stop right there. And ice will take over the rest of the way. Good, good, good. We need it. Fine, I don't have a sign on me though. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to be there. You actually are supposed to be another obsidian, and this is where the water goes. And then, you know, sign over there, so. Okay, so where's my sign collection? Temporarily replace you. Yeah, you're good, okay. And that should now be all carefully secured. Except you don't want to spot. I had that block in place. Alright. Never mind. Embarrassing? Oh well. That's better. Okay. Check up on... Fine, thank you. You're quite finished though, so careful with how far forward to go. Okay, you need stone. You need stone. And you two are stone. This is just water right here. More water. The water supply. I mean, I know there's one right in here, but it'd be nicer if there's a closer one. Oh, it looks like we're at our time limit too. It is pretty late for me here, so... Alright, let's just add that water source in and carry on with the rest. Thank you. Ooh, yeah, but there's no stone back here. Let's go. Alright, now I can put you in safely. Whee! And that's going to complain because it's not. Schematic. Yeah, birch when it's... I can't even read that. Oak, I guess? Whatever. Alright, it's just the wrong type of sign. I think I'll be fine with that. Alright. With that, though, I think that ends it for me right now. It was fairly productive, although obviously I've only got sort of a fraction of what I wanted to in terms of the bone meal farm. But, you know, a good start, I think. With that, yeah, and also the end city was nice. It's 2 extra elytras that other folks on Satosis can use, so... Yeah, and of course the Ender Dragon cheese, which hopefully works. I'll have to, you know, see when Firebird Cat is free and we can test it out. All right, with that though, I am wrapping things up, and I shall see you next stream.